Hey, this is Lee Wolf. I'm the president of White Dove Bird, a full-service digital marketing agency, and I'm sitting here today with your host, Richie Bello, who's the founder of Shop Smart Autos. How you doing, Richie?
Hey Lee, how you doing? Lee, I want to say thank you so much for joining our podcast today. And I also want to thank you for great job that you're doing in the last 12, 13 months with White Dove Bird. It's unbelievable what you've done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you. And I'm excited about these 15-minute segments where it looks like we're going to be talking about the problems and the solutions in the automotive industry when it comes to marketing and targeting the right audience. I'm in the marketing and advertising world now for roughly 23, 25 years, and with a very large focus on automotive. Um, Back in the day, when I first came out of college, we were running 12, $15,000 double truck ads in newspapers. We were doing $75 to $200 radio commercials. We were doing direct mail that cost thousands of dollars, and we were blanketing the universe and not really necessarily understanding whether or not these people that, even want to see our message, hoping to God when they're flipping through the newspaper that they're going to stop on us for more than a couple of seconds among the hundreds of other automotive ads all around it. And then you fast forward, 15, 20 years, and now the world is so much more targeted, and data is completely changing the game for everyone. So really the central nervous system, though, of any dealership is going to be the DMS. They're I'd like you to talk to us a little bit about the evolution of the DMS system, at least from you, and you've been in this for decades. So why
Yes.
don't we start there?
The DMS thing has always been known as a great marketing platform because it's your data. So your conversion is going to get better. So years ago, you had a company that there was only two operating systems, which was a DMS, which one of them was Reynolds and Reynolds, and the other one was ADP at the time, right? So that's it. There was only two of them. And if you go back to history, they also were called a company now called Coin, and Coin got bought over by Reynolds and Reynolds, right? So it was a big marketplace. So what happened with that? Now Reynolds and Reynolds has all this data, but at the time they didn't have any cleaning, they didn't have anything. It was more for servers, for warrant, whatever. Nobody had, cleaning, right? So when direct mail marketing got real hot, we said, oh, we don't have to buy the list from Experian. We don't have to buy the list from Polk, like title data, register. We don't need that. We have all our data here. Oh, okay. But we realized that that data was useless because it wasn't hygiene. So the Reynolds and Reynolds company merged with a company called R.O. Polk and Company to clean the data. That was in the 2000s, maybe 98, 99, or maybe even 2000. I don't know. So they cleaned it up. The press release is out there still. So you can verify that. So, okay, so that cleaning of the data came in with that company. How did they clean it? We had registration data. So all we had to do was cleanse it, cross-reference it with registration data, boom, and you're done. Right now, we know that that customer bought somewhere else, but that process had a bug in it. Where was the bug of that process? It was that we found out after 90 days, right, what that customer, bought it somewhere else after they bought it for 90 days. So meanwhile, we're still doing the direct mail for 90 days. So every 90 days, we will clean it up. Well, why? Because DMV and registration data operates like that. So today there's a lot of confusion out there on data, this, that. So there's companies that do registration data. With registration data, you're still going to clean it, but you're still going to find the same problem. What is the problem? That you're still promoting it, and in 90 days, you're finding out, oh, this customer's not there. Right. Well, meanwhile, you spent a ton of money with the wrong audience. And let's think about this now. Let me bring you in to now. You're doing bulk email and bulk SMS to do marketing,
Right.
right? So you're gonna hit a number, right? It's like playing Russian roulette. You're hitting a number, and that number might be 75% of the people that don't have the car, and only 25% of the people that do. So now what do? You're working with a blindfold on, you know? It's
Right.
dealers, pay attention to this. It's like your general manager running a dealership without the daily operating control on top of his desk on the computer, all right, on an Excel format. That's what you're doing, okay? And then when that journal comes out, you say, uh-oh, well, we got a problem, okay? So that's what we're doing. We're putting a blindfold on and just shooting out. It's called shotgunning in finance. Well, you're doing shotgunning marketing. Here is the solution, okay? Real time, real lifetime. All these cars, like this is auction, these cars, all right?
So I
Online
just before
auctions,
before you
okay?
before you do that, I just want to make it clear to the audience. So what you're saying is just like when you go out and you purchase data from people, and you might be getting clean data and you might be getting dirty data, literally within their showroom, before they even touch a purchase of data out there, their data could be clean data or dirty data right in their DMS, and they don't even realize it.
Right. So what happens with DMS is this: you buy a car, Lee Wolf,
Hmm.
right? You go to ABC Motors, they put you on the DMS with the VIN number. In service day. In service day means for your warranty and all that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Lee Wolf just rolled the car. The RDR cards, which is the factory where you put the VIN number and all that to register the sale. Okay, boom, there you are. That's it. You're in, right? You're in. You go home. Your wife says, "Why'd you do this?" Blah blah blah. Okay. 3 months later, you can't deal with it no more. 6 months later, every night you go home, you can't deal with. Oh, 8 months later, that's it. You say, "I've had it." Now I go into a dealership and I trade the car in. Now that dealership that you're a new customer, only 8 months, the average customer stays within a dealership as long as their loan is. To say you got a 5-year loan, they don't know you. They don't have anything that's tracking the car. Nothing.
Right. Right.
They don't know that you went in somewhere and traded it 8 months. And now
Right.
they're promoting you. Well, there's a percentage of people that are like that.
Right.
People
Right.
have a car.
You might have bought a Toyota and then
Right,
went to a Ford dealership
right.
and traded it in. You might have bought a Toyota somewhere else right down the road, and they don't realize their
Right.
competition took their VIN.
Or the other thing that can happen is your finances changes. You all of a sudden have money that came to me. Somebody from your family passes away, leaves you an inheritance or whatever it is. You bought a car, a budget car. You want to get out of that car and not have a finance. Now you got money. You got 100 grand. Boom, you go over there, blow that car out, and then get another car, and they don't notice. Right?
Wow.
There's nobody that knows. Well, we do.
Right. Yeah.
We
Tell us a little bit more about the VIN retention
but
report.
we do a little different than registration data. Let's get something straight. Registration data is great. Okay. I was in that process with our Polkin company. Title data is great. Registration data is great for direct mail because it's already clean. You don't have to wait 90 days. Okay. It doesn't work with DMS. Why doesn't it work? Because it takes you 90 days and you're hammering people thinking those are, and then you get a report and now you clean your data. And that's 90 days too late. 90 days is too late.
Hmm.
Too late.
Yeah. Absolutely.
60 days is too late.
Yeah.
30 days is too late. You need
Yeah.
to do real time, and that's what we have, real time. And it's verified as real time. This VIN retention is a test. We have a bunch of dealers for the last year and 3 months that we've been giving them this as a test for free. So now we have all the product lined up. with an average of 97.9% accuracy. Okay. And we're making a few changes. The last report hit at 100. Okay. At 100%. 100. So
I would definitely bet on that.
now, and it's not 90 days, it's real time. Now, for an example, like what happens, this is the data we send you. This is US Auto Line, an online auction, right? That are buying. They got all these companies out there, cash for your car, blah, blah, blah. The customer gets it, right? We also have a report that tells us about the private sellers. How many are in the private sellers there, right? Now, this is a very important product for you to clean your data, right, and get the right people in the door in front of your sales department.
Right.
But it's even a better product for your fixed operations. Why is it a better product for your fixed operations? Well, that customer that traded in the car, you can reach out as a service department and service their other car that they got, especially if they bought the same brand. Like here.
Absolutely. It's a total gold mine.
Right, like here, right? These companies all have Hyundais. All right. When they lost it, they'll have Hyundais. So they're staying. We've noticed that people are staying within the brand. That's what's scary.
Absolutely.
Okay. There's 100 and something dealerships throughout the year and 3 months that we've done tests. So listen, this is a very important product for dealers. All I want to do is get a few dealers on here that tell me, test it for me. Because when you see the accuracy, Mr. Dealer, there's no reason why you shouldn't get this. You're hiring these DMS companies. That's one of the best companies, by the way, is ChatterSpot. He uses our data. He's very effective. Data science people. Really, you're going to get results. There's a ton of companies out there. There's no results. There's really no results. There's really, why is it? It's not the bad product. They have a great product. The problem is you're marketing the wrong data. This is not Google AdWords. When it's Google AdWords, you put a keyword on it, you do certain things, and you're going to get that audience. This is, you're using your own data. So if that's not clean, and if that's not 100%, you're just not going to see an ROI or an ROA. You
I
know,
can't even imagine
no way.
having access to something like this back in the day where you could
Let me just
actually.
say this. I was listening to a podcast and I was part of a conversation, a guy saying, what's an ROA and ROI? And a lot of the audience says an ROA is return on ads. No, it's return on asset. Okay. Let me just be clear of that. Okay. And there's a lot of places where that happens all the time, you know, Lee, and it's scary, you know, because your asset is your dealership, your blue sky, your asset is your customer. Well, you're losing your asset and you don't know that you're losing it. That's scary because it's the car business. There's no really, you can't track a VIN number. How you track a VIN number? We do because we're an online business and we've been doing this for quite some time. We just had this product a while ago and we tested and tested it. And we've been in the last 4 or 5 years, we've been really testing this product. And way before ShopSmart came up, when I did ShopSmart, way before I did the right partnerships, we bought into certain things that we did. So this is way before ShopSmart came up. It was always about the data. Just, you know, we unfortunately we don't say much out there on social media about business. It's just more about motivation unless the product is finished like it is now and it's ready to go to market. And we want to give anybody a test. We don't care if it's a group. We'll pick a few stores. It doesn't matter. Test our product, make it clean your data, and then hire all these companies that you guys have with your DMS because you keep hiring people, it doesn't work, and they throw this one out, that one. I mean, photo alerts, one of them that, you know, people are not too much on them. Well, of course not. They're only as good as the dealership. They're only as good as the data. They have two problems. They got to have the right staff there, but they also got to have the right data. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's up to the dealership. It's not up to these companies. And then that's when they say this is not working. That's not, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I want to just let you know this is going to be the first series that we're having. There's going to be another, Lena, you said it yourself. I think you set it up for what, 5 or 10 of them or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We definitely have to dig further into these topics and yeah, and I can't even imagine why every dealership in the country wouldn't want to at least test this.
Right. We've
Yeah.
already done 122 tests, and I got all kinds of information about this accuracy, and here it is, and we have companies that do like ChatterSpot that use this data to better improve the ROI and ROA.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. All right. Well, I think we're coming to a close here, and I look forward to digging deeper into these topics with you over the coming weeks. Um, Thanks for taking the time today. It was really a pleasure, and I've enjoyed every moment of working with you. I've learned a lot.
Thank you so much, Lee, and God bless you, and have a lovely day.
You too. God bless.
Bye bye.